Okay, sorry. There's a lot of stuff going on. Um, as you may know, today is the start of NAMM. We have a product that should be showing there today. I think it is. Should have been out in 2019. And yeah, here we are 6-7 years later, and I think it's finally showing. I'm not super thrilled about that, but I'm thrilled that it's actually showing, but there's nothing I can do about it right now. So I'm trying to do anything else but think about what's going on at the NAMM show. I'm not there. I can't do anything about it. Hopefully it's going well. If you guys are at the NAMM show, let me know. I'd love to hear from you, especially go by our booth. If we have one, I don't even know, man. Other thing I was going to do today is go out to the jumps, ride my bike, but they've actually made that in a way that I can't really ride it. So maybe I'll just go to a regular skate park. I don't know. I'm so stressed right now. One thing we're working on is the recording setup for the school. Let me show you how I have it right now. I have see, I'll just say there's 3 of these Focusrite. I say like there's 2 of them. Octoprix. These are 8-channel to ADAT mic preamps. So I'll just say channels 1 through 16. And then there is a Focusrite Octoprix Dynamic, which has I'm going to call that 17 through 24. Okay, 1 second. All right, sorry, yeah, like so much stuff going on right now. I got the NAMM show going on. Hopefully our stuff's getting shown correctly. Hopefully it's working-ish. Yeah. All right. So one of the things we're doing here is I had to change up the way the school's recording and mixing system works. So right now, I got two units, 8 channels each, Focusrite Octoprix mic preamps. Those are 8 mic preamps in each and 8 at out. And the 8 at outs go to, let's see if I can do this right. they go to this RME Digiface USB, and that's probably not the best drawing program to use. And this Octoprix Mark II Dynamic also does. And the difference between these two is the Dynamic also has inputs, ADAT in, and so that can have analog out. So that's mainly what's the recording system. It's also the PA system. So let me just have a little mixer here, old analog mixer. Hopefully that's not muted anymore. So let's see. I'm going to paint the digital lines pink. How about that? So these are ADAT cables. Okay. They go into this RME Digiface USB. That goes out to the computer. Blah, 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 blah. There is a snake out here in the big room. There's a drum set, so the majority of analog mic cables and stuff are going into this snake here. And from that snake, it comes into these guys, and whatever other channels are in the room go into the Octoprix Dynamic. I have an ISO booth over here, and that guy's outputs go into the Octoprix Dynamic. It's already kind of complicated. So this is the setup we have right now. This is going to have outputs back into, change these up. So maybe I'll put a dashed line on here. How about that? Okay. Oh, that ain't going to work. So this is the audio interface, audio RME Digiface USBs. This is how we have it working right now. Any analog lines coming out from the computer are going back out to this mixer. And so this is the PA speakers. It's, goes out to the whole rooms, whatever. Let me just make those, put some PA speakers up. I don't know why I chose a cube, but I'm sticking with it. So PA mains. That's coming from the mixer. All right. So this means that, this mixer is just a basic analog mixer. Any reverb or anything we need, actually put it on the computer and just run it through Reaper and run it into the mixer. That's how we're doing things. Because of the way these work, you need a digital clock, which, were made mostly in the 1990s, and it's just crazy to still be using something like that anymore. But there is a clock signal that has to come from here. Let's paint that green. All right. Another clock signal is going to here. Two. Okay, so we got these clocks. You got all this dumb crap to worry about. Using the Octoprix Dynamic as clock master. So the Digiface USB is chasing that for clock. These guys are all chasing clock. I'm using a clock distribution system. And then here's my room. Got another one of these, another RME Digiface USB in this room. Going to my computer. I have another Octoprix Mark II in this room. And so that's really, for me, that's 25 through 32. And then coming out of here, I have one analog cable that's going all the way out to this snake. Let me pull this away so it doesn't get too confusing. So that's an output from my room to get out there so I can send signal to the drummer or whatever in the big room. Here's where it gets really scary. This signal and this signal. And I'm going to paint these because what they are, these are ADAT cables. Okay. Each one of these mic preamps has 2 sets of ADAT cables out, which is nice. So I'm running these long ADAT cables into my room. I'm also running a word clock cable from there into my room. Actually, that's not where it goes. It goes to here. Okay, so I'm going to paint that guy green. So I'm running all these word clock cables. I'm running ADAT cables. If you know ADAT cables, they are sketchy. They're easy to break. Super easy to break. And this is not confidence inspiring, right? So this is how my setup is right now. This is what I want to change it to. And there's a couple problems here. But we used to have a bunch of M30 connects. There we go. Sorry about that. What I'm planning on doing is, hopefully the easiest option is an S32 stage box, and a X32 rack sitting in the big room. And then all I have to do is run one Ethernet cable to there and one Ethernet cable to my room. This is what I'm planning on doing, if I can. Or I might do this. There's an S16 in town, so maybe use the S16 and the X32. Either way, super simple. Or maybe we'll do an X32 full. But, you know, may as well, right? All the kids are going to be using tablets and stuff. They'll learn how to do this because these boards are still in the majority of bigger rooms around here, and especially in the churches and stuff. So that's hopefully what I'm going to do. So I'm sharing that with you. If you guys got other ideas, but this looks the simplest to me. And if I really have to, I can just daisy chain and send the Ethernet cables off to other rooms so everybody can access this right here. X32s went way down in price. $7.99 for an X32 rack, brand new from Sweetwater. So ever since the Wing came out, I mean, we could do this with Wings too, but I'm okay with the X32 rack. That's more than enough for me. And what I would have to do if we do this is I am not using the X32's Vesicon driver. It'll work fine for the other room, not for in here. I'm going to I'll just get another X8AT card and throw it in there, and can still use it with my Digiface 90, what do you call it? Digiface USB, my RME interface. So that's how I'll handle that. So that's that. All right, let's look at what we got for this blues band. Yay! All right, show tracks that I've received. Yeah, X32 changed the game. You know, it's pretty amazing. You know, I use Allen and Heath SQ6 most of the time at Slack Key Lounge, but I have no qualms about the X32, M32, whatever. I have a XAir 18 that we use for a lot of the school shows. We use the XAir 18 for a lot of those bigger backyard party and stuff shows, like the ones my cousin runs. XAir 18 is still, I mean, as old as it is, it's still out there and it's still doing amazing things, you know. I think that the X32 and all those came out at about the same time as the Helix, maybe a little bit before. And it's just sad watching all the problems with this Helix launch. Hopefully they're going to have something at NAMM they can say that, hey, we fixed this stuff. But you know, after all this time, when you look at the Wing compared to the X32, the Wing is a giant step forward in DSP and everything else. Not that the X32 can't do everything I need it to do, but the Wing is even more. You know, there's been like 9 more or 5, 6, 7 Moore's Law cycles since the X32 was made. So the Wing is much more powerful and makes sense. The new Helix is, for a lot of us, it's the same amount of power as the last one. After 10 years? Come on, man. All right, well, that's just a rant. All right. Let's look at these things. So I'm just gonna do one song from each band, and I think I'm actually doing the last song here. Let me just check if this is the song I think. That's right. Okay, good. So it's using the harmonica. So I'm gonna do this song, and then I'm gonna do something from the blues band, but I'm not sure yet. So let me get the levels here, and then I'll get on to that. So look at my peak meter down here. Just gonna check my kick level. Okay, so just gonna go up by 9 right now. Look at the snare level. And so this is the blues jam from last month. Tomorrow is this month's one. This is how far behind I am yet again, man. Like I got so much stuff going on. Toms. You know, I'm not all that sure I even should bother with this, but just take the gate out real quick. I'm just going to solo these. Oh, shoot. I did something really dumb. Hold on. You guys were watching me mess with the RMS meter instead of the peak meter like a dummy, right? Sorry. Okay, let me fix that. So I'll go up by 14 on this one. May not matter because I'm probably going to be putting these little blippers in by hand, but you go back to the snare real quick. Sorry. Let's see where this really is. I was looking at the RMS meter instead of the peak meter like a numbnut. Oh, okay. Well, I still got to go up another 2.5. Oops. Yeah, don't select the whole thing, numbnuts. All right. 2.5. Okay, there we go. Okay, let me look at the kick again. So that's about right. I'm going to go up by 1 dB just because I like to live dangerously. All right. So Tom 2. He hits it once at the very end of the song. Okay. Okay, so that's going up by 4.5-ish. All right, Tom 3. Oh, see, we're freezing again. Okay, I applied a lot of the stuff that I was worried about. I did some freezing. So what is it called? Windows Performance Analyzer. Yeah, there we go. I don't know how to use this, but I need to because I've got to figure out why we're tracing for Windows. I've got to find out why my computer's freezing all of a sudden. I don't know how to get this running, so if you guys know, let me know. Analysis assistance. So this is one way to trace. It's like the resplendence monitor thingy. In fact, let me. I'm going to run that. CMod, because for some reason I'm freezing lately, and it's driving me nuts. Absolutely nuts. I cannot handle it. So I'm going to be running this resplendence DPC latency monitor. See, we're still. Yeah, we'll see if anything freezes. Last time it froze, it didn't catch anything, so I'm just frustrated. All right. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to go up by 6.5 here. Okay, let's turn the high pass filter on, and we're going to look at the cymbals. So we got a ways to go there, right? 25-ish. I don't even think this will go that high. 24. That'll do. So ride. Wow, is the ride mic broken or we just weren't using it for this? I was definitely working for the other band. What's going on here? Let me look at the video real quick. Yeah, I don't know that there's actually a symbol there. Okay. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I don't know why it's so low. All right, well, we'll deal with that. Okay, I need like 16 more dB. And I'm not going to be able to get that. All right, what can I do? I'm going to do something evil. All right, I'm just going to keep cranking it. But here's one of those things you always hear about how bad digital is. Okay, I just applied 24 plus 8. I just applied 32 decibels of gain. So we should be hearing all kinds of tape hiss and background noise and stuff, right? As long as I'm above the quantization distortion, it's going to be okay. Let's zoom in, see if we can't see that on this waveform. No, we can't yet. If I really had to crank it a lot more than that, like I could take something super quiet and turn it up, you'll start to see the stair steps and stuff. But it's amazing how much gain we can add with digital. And I don't know if you guys see the recent 32-bit controversy, 32-bit float recording that the Zoom stuff is doing, and some other stuff. Yeah, it's nice. It's psychologically, it's really nice, but the truth is you can really get away with some murder gain wise with digital stuff as long as you're not clipping. Okay, so that's good. So let's check the crash. Okay, again. Still need a lot more gain. I don't know what's going on with that mics that night, but I'm gonna glue this again. Probably gonna have to glue the next one. Okay, so I'm gonna give it another 5. So again, crank that, we'll glue it. Now this mic may not be on anything. I think all the crashes we're hearing are on the other track. Yeah. I think you may, let me see. I can't really see, but it looked like he had. I think he only has one symbol, one crash. Not positive, but I think that's true. I think this mic is on there ready for the next band, but it's not really doing anything. Okay, so the highest, it looked like it just froze right there, but the highest I've gotten is still not in the red. So the system seems to be having difficulty. And why? It's this guy. We'll look at this later on, maybe. All right, see, it's something funny with the video. I think that's what's going on. So I don't think I'm doing anything for this crash. I'll check it on the other song in a little bit. Actually, we'll do that. We'll do that now. As soon as I get through the rest of this. Okay, so bass. Okay, so now we're into the RMS meter. Okay, and it's a noisy bass. Yay. Okay, so that's good. I'm going to take it down. Actually, one guitar. This guy usually has a slide too. We'll find it. Okay, so I'm going to go up by 6 on this. What do we got here? Not sure exactly what's going on here. If there's another guitar. I'm just going to go by 4 here. What do we got here? That's his slide, but he doesn't play in this song. What a bummer. Okay, well, we're not going to use that. Not sure if he has it for clay. Nope. Oh, but they do have. We'll see what that is. I think that might be Uncle Willie, Waipahu Willie. So I'm going to get rid of these keys. Okay, vocals. Looks like there's only.
I got a front of the road light, but I ain't got you.
Yeah, I'm going to turn on the high pass filter here.
It don't matter where I go. I put a ring in my nose. 444, I got a mojo. Don't you know I'm all dressed up? I got no place to go.
I think there's only one vocal on this. We're going to find out. Yeah, that's it. All right, so I'm going to mute these other vocal tracks. Harmonica. Okay, let's get that level. Okay, so I'm going to go up by 4 dB on that. 20. What's 20? Drop it. Yeah. Man, so you brought a really good point. So you might know this. I thought people buy Auratones for the mid-range, and when I checked, the response is it's like 75 to 15K. I was expecting 200 to 3K-ish. Yeah. That's the response. But, well, that's the bandwidth. Let's look at the actual. I mean, it's technically response is the right term, but let's look at the let's look at this real quick. I don't know if you, what's the guy's name? BK Butler or whatever, the Groove Tubes guy, Moss Valve guy. He is a huge advocate of single driver speaker systems. I mean, great. It's great for guitar, but he's talking for everything, for PA systems, for listening at home, like those, no separate tweeters, no separate woofers. Kind of makes sense. Let's see if Vantone, not a Vantone. I want Auratone. Looking in everything keeps saying a Vantone. I don't want to see a Vantone. I want to see Auratone. Let's just look real quick. Man, I wish Google didn't get rid of their view images button. So here's one person's Auratone chart. Pretty much like you're seeing. Man, where did I just close that? Hold on. NS10. There we go. So here's NS10 versus an Auratone, right? Find one that really shows what I'm looking at. Okay, here we go. Oh man, just give us that view image button back. Come on. Where's the perfect one? Oh well, you can kind of see this. NS10 versus Auratone. So here's the bandwidth. Like you see, 775 hertz ish to, I mean, you could call it higher, but 15K, let's say. But note the slope. It does. The Auratone is very much like a and look, they won't always show this. This one obviously isn't smooth, but a smooth one you won't see this spike at all. There's a couple speaker resonances in here, but if you really look at the slope, it's more like, it really looks like the response of an Ibanez Tube Screamer, right? You're really not bringing everything in till about 700 hertz. It's kind of sloping its way in, and with this resonant peak here, it's kind of sloping its way out, though the upper end is a lot stronger than you would think, the more of the intelligibility stuff. But yeah, it's not, I mean, this just goes to show you when people argue, there's like this crazy, weird argument, like almost with absolutely like kick you out of the club, off the forum, religion level argument about aux-fed subs in live sound. And, charts like this just tell you, like, just because something, you put a high pass filter or something on something, doesn't mean there's nothing there at 150 hertz. There is. There's all this, right? So I know they give Dave Rad a lot of crap about it, but he says, if you don't want something to appear in your subs, don't send it there. And to me, that makes sense. I know with speaker matrixing and stuff, you can avoid aux-fed subs in a different way. It's kind of a best of both worlds, but there's still frequencies there. And like the Auratone is going to have more of a, say, a mid-range focus, but other information is still there, and it's not all that much higher, further up the curve than your NS10s were. And how many albums were mixed on NS10s without having subs at all? And I mean, if you do it long enough with those speakers, you kind of know by looking at the cones or looking at the little surrounds whether there's a bunch of sub frequencies coming through, but still, yeah, you want to check it with the sub. But yeah, to me, the Oratones were always going to give you an approximation of what a decent TV speaker was going to sound like. That's really where it helped. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, you can EQ it if you want the sound. Now, if you really want to see something funny, maybe not funny, maybe this is proper to what the market was asking for. So when they talk about these new Avantones, right, they are a little bit more exaggerated. It's kind of the same though, but a little bit more exaggerated into what you think the Oratone should really be looking at. Where's the Vantones? It's got those same peaks though. Yeah, see, very uneven response, massive resonances. But you know what? It's kind of the honky sound of a TV speaker. So it doesn't hurt to have that, knowing what that's going to be, and it's not that much different than those kind of like funny things you hear from the iPhone speaker. Okay. Anyways, I get the trumpet. I got that already. Yeah, I did. Okay. No, let me check the trumpet real fast. I'm just gonna go up by a little bit. Okay, and then we get to the crowd. Substantially. Another 8. Okay, so that should be good for that. Let's figure out what song we're going to do when Clay's on. I'm just going to run through these real quick. Dealing with the same song everybody does. Ugh. All right. Let's see, did that run out of videos? That's 74. That is. Shoot. That doesn't get the whole night. I wonder if it's on another Lose Night 12/17. Dead Nights 12/7. All right, well, I'm gonna have to do something earlier because apparently I didn't get all the video. Let me wait, why is there 2 74s? That is bizarro. Okay. Let me place these real quick because something funny is going on. Sorry. Okay, let me get this one first. think this is it. Let's see.
I got an Eldorado Cadillac with a spare tire on the back. I got a runner full of clothesline, but I ain't got you. I got a heart full of clothes. It don't matter where I go. Put a ring in my nose, but I ain't got you.
Okay. So that's right. Let me get this other one lined up. Yeah, see, there's a whole long night, and I only seem to have a little bit of it. So let me see how this is starting. Way down here. See, it froze again. Let me see. Think this is going to be right. I don't understand how these are the same name. They're both CO74, but they're... Oh, I must have split them when I was splitting the tracks. Shoot. Yeah, okay, that was dumb. All right, let me see how far along I got this.
Guitar. All right, well, let's get.
I am not going to be party to yet another video of this song or that Amy Winehouse Valerie thing. I just need Wayne and Garth to go, denied. Is a thoroughly blues song. Maybe I'll just do this. I think it's something like Stevie Ray Vaughan or something. Might already have this song, but
Don't play jazz, bro.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you. Yeah, that's good.
wow, that was a long one. Let's see how long. 8 minutes. Yay. Should I do that or should I just punch myself in the face? I got mobilized, so I can't talk about OG Helix updates. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm mixing everything for free. You don't like your mix. I don't know what to do about that. All right. Okay, so that's gonna be the one I'm gonna do. I'm a glutton for punishment. I'm gonna run through these levels again. Turn off the high pass filter. Look at the kick. I guess the end, he's really pounding it. Okay, so I'm going to add 5. Yeah, I've just set it to auto mix. Yeah, I could. Definitely could. So this is okay, but it's this quiet stuff is really going to not work. So I'm gonna boost this whole thing by 6. I have a feeling these toms are gonna be slamming. This drummer's a lot different. Yep. Okay, so that one's fine. I'm not gonna even bother. Turn this up by 2-ish. No Tom 3. No, it's sitting right there. Oh, he just doesn't use it in this song. Man, seriously? Yes, he does. The mic just must have fallen off. Crap. Man, yeah, you can see it down here. Could do this first song, which is usually his intro jam thing. And it's a lot shorter too. I might have done this song before. Man, you know, I don't want to get into ambivalence, but sometimes I do kind of the same stuff from month after month. Give me 1 second. I'm doing this for free, so cut me some slack. I want something with the floor tom in it, and I don't want to give me one reason to stay here. Oh, man. Okay, so that's their whole... This is long. Okay, let's see how long this is. 6 minutes. Okay, well, it's not as bad. And I got my floor tom in here, so we're gonna do this one. Symbols. So high pass filters back on. It's got to go down. See, like a schmuck, I did the whole item when I should have just been doing that one in the section. All right. Not sure that this is actually going to be a ride. Might be the other crash. I think it is. It's about. So I'm going to go up by 14. And that shouldn't be affecting back here. Okay, it's not good. Okay, perfect. So this might be the ride. Yeah, okay, so these guys are swapped. Fix that. Go by 15. Let's see. Let's say 18. Now we're on to the RMS meter. So let's see, base again. Okay, I'm going to drop this by 9. Getting a little too micro there. By 3 here. No guitar too. At least not on this song. No vocals. What are all these markers?
Thank you.
Shoot, which one did I decide I was doing? Oh man, fired. Yes, this first one's got a lot of toms. Must be this one. Okay. Okay, let me check again. Only not a guitar. No vocals. All right. All right. Well, that makes things easier. No harmonica, no trumpet. Okay, so that's that. All right. He's going to be treated much differently. I'm going to take this guitar and duplicate this. And I didn't need to duplicate that at all, did I? This is the only time it's Clay's guitar. Guitar. And not going to have it on that track. What did I say I'm doing the very last song? Yay. Noise. Okay. So now we're going to do the fun stuff. I wonder what's happened at the NAMM show. Anything from Alex Nasla? Let's see. These guys. We'll run through here and figure out who's what. Sometimes I just use these blips to force open the gate, and that way I can control the gate's timing. You know, now I'm working really fast. I'm just going to be triggering stuff. So, but you can put triggers in to open gates. It's never a bad idea. Again, okay, let's see if it gave me a nothing. All right, so do some troubleshooting. I got to read a thread over at Safe Space where they actually showed a how to use that Windows analysis thingy. It should be better, Windows Performance Analyzer or whatever. But I can't figure out how to use it, so not going to do it right now. But WDF-01000. Let me see. WDF-01000. This VPC latency. Let's see if that's Oh, I wonder if this got changed in a Windows update. There's a bunch of stuff. Yeah, see over at Safe Space right there. Man, that's all the way back in 2017. So this I mean, this is way old information. I'm not sure if we're going to get anything good out of this. I really do need to learn how to use that other one. We'll fight that later. So he's doing like a roll into here, which I don't think I'm going to be able to duplicate. I think he's barely hitting that second tom right there. You know, subtlety is where this kind of stuff kind of breaks down. Unfortunately. This can be a little bit tricky. Now, I could ramp this up. Should ramp this up. You'd be surprised how little it matters when those crowd mics are there. Just want to get this even-ish. think that's right. I'm a little bit worried about right here. Froze right there. Yeah, I'm just dying to hear some NAMM news for our stuff. So sore, but today's jump day, so I'll probably be out at the jumps. Man, my body is rebelling. Here's where the trigger stuff always falls apart. This kind of stuff. And you notice modern bands tend not to write this type of drum fill because they know they're going to be writing it in. Oh, hoping I get my tremolo springs in today, because if I do, I'm going to be putting in these oil slick Floyd Rose saddles. Yay! Nothing more exciting for a BMXer than oil slick, right? Or something. Yeah. They make any Galaxy Floyd Rose parts? I would definitely like them. Sounds like this is a flam. Let's see if that works. Oh man, I was supposed to put up a multi-track. I might do that in a little bit. Ish. Still going. Just think how much of what I'm doing right now is going to be done by AI in no time. Here flams. Okay, so that's both on this. I hear a stick click. See if I can fix it. Yeah, it looks like he's meaning to spear the next tom down. I'm going to throw another tom right here. See if that doesn't fix it. Hold on. That might do it, actually. Am I hearing a tom's getting hit, or am I hearing a double kick? Oh, that's kick. Okay. Yeah, I just don't have enough hours in the day. Look, I'm running out of time already today. Gotta get out of here in just a second. All right, any of you guys at NAM, let me know. Please go by our booth. I want to know what's going on. stick clicking. All right, that's all that. All righty then. All righty then. We're gonna mix this. Man, muddy guitars drive me nuts. Yes, there's only information down there.
Ain't got you. Ain't got you. I got a tavern and a package store. I hit the numbers. 444. I got a mojo. I got an Eldorado Cadillac with a spare tire on the back. I got a car from the road back, but I ain't got you. I got a car from the road back, but I ain't got you. I got a car.
All right, that reverb is way too long.
But I ain't got you. I got a car, but I ain't got you. I got a car for the flow. I got a car for the flow. Got a car. It don't matter where I go. I put a ring in my nose, but I ain't got you. I got a tap. I got a tap. I got a. I got you.
It hurts. Is that the bass that's making all that noise? Oh. Yep. Might be able to high pass or low pass some of this.
Clothes, it don't matter where I go. I put a ring in my nose, but I ain't got you. I got a tavern and a package store. I hit the numbers 444. I got a mojo. Don't you know I'm all dressed up? I got no place to go. I got women to the left of me. I got women to the right of me. I got women all around me, but I ain't got you. All around me, but I ain't got you. Ain't got you. But I ain't got you. But I ain't got you. I got an Eldorado Cadillac with a spare tire on the back. I got a Honda for the boat line, but I ain't got you. I got a closet full of clothes. It don't matter where I go. I put a ring in my nose, but I ain't got you. I got a tavern and a package store. I hit the numbers 444. I got a mojo. Don't you know I'm all dressed up? I got no place to go. I got women to the left of me. I got women to the right of me. I got women all around me, but I ain't got you.
Oh, okay. 1:30. I got to get out of here. Hopefully I'll be back tonight, finish this up, clear some more stuff off my backlog. I can't just do one set a day. I got to start cooking. All right. Thanks for tuning in. If you guys see anything, our stuff at NAMM, let me know. If you're at the NAMM show, let me know. I'm dying to know what's going on. It's already pretty late in the day over there, so